Killeen, Texas, 254-76542 or 41 or 4349, whichever hood you represent. It's been home to such local heroes like Tommy Harris, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Tia and Tamara Mowry, RG3, Corey Jefferson, Burt Reynolds, and even Elvis. Famous for events such as the Luby's Massacre or the Fort Hood shootings. That's right, with an S. For us, it's just home. Welcome to the great place.
Originally, I was born in Ponce, Puerto Rico, and when I was a little kid, I was 3 years old, my family moved to Chicago. So I spent 10 years active duty in the Army, and my last duty station was right here in Fort Hood with the 1st Cavalry Division. I got out in 1992, just after the Gulf War, so I served in the Gulf War with the 1st Cav in 1991, Desert Storm. Our soldiers are constantly coming in and out. They're going overseas, they're going to Afghanistan, Iraq, and yet the community, every time that happens, we see it grow more. In my business, I'm the mayor, but I also have my real estate company, and we see the growth of other families coming in that are not necessarily military. They're just maybe connected to somebody that was in the military or is in the military, and they bring their families because they say, wow, this is a great place to be.
I'm originally from Arkansas, Texarkana, Arkansas, about a good 6 hours away from here. Born and raised there. Came here after the military, actually, and I stayed here. So the military installation gives this city something that most cities don't have. I think that is the biggest difference here in Killeen that gives it some juice, what I call juice. It's like, okay, it's a little bit is for you. So I think that's the difference.
You know, we have so many great cultures. Anywhere there's a military base, you see that culture here. You see the Filipinos, you see Korean, you see a lot of Puerto Ricans, you see all kinds of different cultures that you don't see that in the nation. You watch the news, and a lot of times you see a lot of cultural battles, and then you come to Killeen, and it's, wow, it's amazing.
I've seen the city evolve to an airport that wasn't no good. Now we got another airport. Okay, I saw Fort Hood with nothing there. We got a $2 billion hospital out of there. You know, it's just everything about it has changed. Even the way people enjoy themselves when they're not at work. The energy that was then is a little different than now. I mean, back in the day, I mean, everybody was just out having a good time. It wasn't no fighting. It wasn't no shooting. Now it's like a war zone. And I'm okay. What happened?
Anytime that there is a murder here, it makes front page news. And any murder is bad. When I was visiting Chicago last July with my wife, we turned on the TV, 7 murders. The next day, 13. She's like, I want to go back to Killeen. Because more population, you're going to see more crime. So it's for us. It's our job as leadership to try to stay on top of that.
What is going on in Killeen? I'm talking about this every day. Every day something is happening. You know, we had those, the Killeen, the Luby's, you know, there were some things that went on, the Fort Hood shootings and all of that. And people shouldn't judge this city by that. I mean, things happen. There was Colorado. There's all things happening all over the world. I think the artists are writing about things that's happening and why they're happening and why is it going on in Killeen, you know what I'm saying? I think back in the day, the artists were more sincere about what they wanted to do. To me, right now, it's like fly by night, you know. Oh, I can be a rapper, I said it, and it's a difference. You have to get on your grind. So if it's something that you believe in, then you got to learn everything about that. Look, to be successful in anything, it don't happen overnight. And what you have overnight is a vision of what could be, of what it could become. If you have a goal and you want to succeed at the goal, don't ever give up, don't ever quit. And if you want longevity, longevity is the key to anything. Remain who you are.
My name is Ashley Rudser, and I'm the creator of Killeen the Short. I was actually born in New Jersey. We moved to Fort Lewis, Washington when I was really small, and we lived there until I was about 6 when we got stationed at Fort Hood. I got into film actually in 2010. Previously I had done some acting and some theater, but never on the production side. I was really more interested in it as I got older, but there wasn't really the resources around me to do that. There wasn't like AV Club or any kind of film production. Nobody I knew had a camera or did film. It just wasn't present where I grew up. Growing up in Killeen, we always talked about how bad it was here. You know, it's boring, or it's ghetto, or it's this, or it's that. But now that I'm older and I've got some perspective, it is a great place to grow up. For the most part, everyone has a pretty equal opportunity to make a decent living here in Killeen. With the military culture being as prevalent as it is, the people that you interact with, they're typically very friendly, they're typically very helpful, insightful. You get a lot of perspectives and a lot of different ways of life just because of the diversity that is here. What I would like to see different in Killeen is a little bit of fire under our butt. I think Killeen is a smorgasbord for talent and potential. You know, we've got all of the arts here, we've got musicians, we've got actors, we've got entrepreneurs, we've got athletes, and I would love to see that potential and the diversity shine. I would love for people to know Killeen for the positive things that come from our city, not just the negative things and the violence and the crime. And I would love for people to see Killeen not as a place to leave, but a place to make better and to make this our home, because there's no reason why this city can't be the next Austin. Killeen the short film is about Nola, who is a single mom, Army brat, mixed, student at CTC. She models for Instagram, she promotes for parties and hosts club events, kind of that girl we all know, you know. And she has the opportunity to actually go to Houston and manage a club there. But that would mean going from her little pond where she's kind of a big fish to a much bigger pond where she would be a much smaller fish. Ultimately, what Killeen is about is how you affect your community and how your community affects you, meaning you are a product of those around you, those who raised you, you know, nature versus nurture, but at the same time, your community is a product of you. Your community is what you make of it, and it's up to you in order to make it a good community that you want to live in. This film is for anyone from Killeen, anyone who's spent time in Killeen, passing through, has maybe been stationed here for a little while, because there's so many of us in the world, especially being a military town. Everywhere you go, you meet someone who knows Killeen or Fort Hood, has been through it. With that being said, there's also, I feel, a negative connotation. People from outside of Killeen maybe think of the Luby's massacre or the Fort Hood shootings, and that's not a great image for our community. That's not the image that we want. This film is 100% for and by the people of Killeen. I want to give Killeen residents and citizens a chance to see themselves portrayed in a light that is more representing of who they are, of who we are. I'm really excited for all the people we're going to be working with. We've got London of Lavish Habits, who's going to be working on the wardrobe. We've got Kyle Gonzalez, who went viral in a video with Kendrick Lamar. He's going to be our music supervisor. So everything you see on screen, everything you hear, from the soundtrack to the wardrobe to the locations to the vendors, all the products, everything is going to be 100% Killeen, because that's what it's about. It's about this community and giving a voice to a community that's been underrepresented, I feel like. A community that maybe there's a lot of misconceptions about it. And for all of us who grew up thinking that Killeen wasn't a great place, it is a great place. It's definitely got its downfalls. It's definitely got its areas that need improvement. But, you know, I'm really proud to be from Killeen. I'm really proud of who I am because I was raised here, and I'm really, really proud to be working on this film.